So for this and the rest of your observations, you are picking one object for each one of the spheres. Okay, so one object for each one of the spheres. So in this case, for biosphere, I would go ahead and put biosphere, maybe underline it. Underneath that, you're going to put this tree. You're going to put this tree. Does anybody know what type of tree this is? Some sort of maple, yeah. So you could say maple tree. Right? That's our biosphere. This is our biotic object. Right? Yes, Thomas? You want to be more specific than that, because remember, the more detail that you can have, the more detail you should have, okay? Got it, John? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Turo, you good? Yeah. So maple tree. All right, and we want to, let's tell a little bit about this maple tree. Malik, what would you say? What's the first detail that comes to mind when you're looking at this tree? Is it tall? Okay. But wait a minute, before you guys write down tall, my version of a tall tree is not this one, right? Your version of a tall tree might be different, right? So, what can we use to make that, get that kind of like judgment call out of that?
Measurements.
Actual measurements, and it is an estimate, right? So for instance, we might take some measurements, okay? I'm 6 foot tall, right? And so maybe you might need to, you could back up a little bit, maybe, and kind of guess how many of me tall this tree is.
30, 50?
So you're saying three of me, 4 of me?
I'm 50 feet.
What do you think? Brandon's probably got the best perspective. What do you think, Brandon? How many of me tall is this tree?
What's that? Like 55 feet. What?
No, like how many of him?
How many? Oh, like 7 stacked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like 6'7".
Probably like
6'7". Yeah.
9? Okay, that might be a little bit. I was liking the 6 a little bit more. So
maybe the 7 too.
Yeah, 6 or 7, right? So let's just say 6, right? I'm 6 foot tall, 6 foot, and then 6 of me to equal the tree, about 36 feet. So you would say the maple tree is about 36 feet tall, right? And maybe you could also measure how wide it is, right? And that's from the leaves. I would think probably closer to like 20-ish.
Yeah.
20-ish feet, give or take.
Are we putting leaves about?
You will be. Yeah, we'll get there for sure. That's a really good way to identify trees and a really good detail to put. So now you guys, we kind of have some dimensions, right? We know it's about 36 feet tall, about 20 feet wide. Maybe another thing with trees specifically, you want to like measure the trunk. Gabby, can I see your book real quick? I don't know if you guys noticed this, but looking at your books, you guys actually have a ruler back there, right? And so you could take it, and we could say, okay, well maybe, so that's about 8 inches. What do you think, 16-ish inches
Like
across?
17, 18.
Yeah, maybe a little bit more than, yeah. So like 17, 18 inches wide at the trunk, right? Okay. You guys have rulers in there, so that's what that's there for. And you might also want to take a look at the leaves. You might want to take a look at the leaves. Now, when you're going to describe these leaves, it might be kind of hard to describe, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's a way that you could avoid doing like word descriptions?
Drawing it.
Say it loud.
Drawing it.
Drawing it. Drawing it is a key part of field notes. Now, I'm not going to be grading you guys on your artistic ability, but when we're talking about field notes, drawing is a key part of that. It's a key part of being able to remember and putting that picture in your head, okay? Now, do you want it to try to make it as accurate as possible? Yes, absolutely. You want to try to make that as accurate as possible, but try your best. Try your best. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking for good enough. Yes, Gabby. Sometimes you will, yes. Sometimes you will be collecting samples. Now, of course, anything that's kind of three-dimensional might be kind of difficult. But like something like a leaf, yeah, sure, absolutely. As long as you know it's not going to hurt, as long as you know it's not going to hurt or disturb anything that you're studying, it's okay maybe to take a sample and like tape it, and like tape it into your, sorry, I totally stole your book. Like tape it into your book, right? Okay? That's okay to do. Or maybe even you take one of the smaller leaves and outline it on here, right? To help you draw it, okay? And then you can also draw the shape of the tree. Because some trees, have y'all ever seen those little pine trees? They're really thin trunks, there's nothing on, and it has kind of like a puffball at the top, right? Looks like the thing from the Lord, the truffle of trees, right? Has a very different shape from this tree. You could draw that, you could describe that. That's the type of level of detail that we're talking about when we're talking about field notes, okay? Too much detail is just enough. Too much detail is just enough, okay? So, questions about that, Brad?
You grab one?
Yeah, absolutely. Or here. There you go. So yeah. So questions about this. How are we feeling about it? Field notes, feeling good? Okay.
Not bad.
Cool. Well, so here's what I want to do. I want you guys to take the next 8 minutes and pick another one of the spheres and find a thing from that sphere. Find an object, a single object, and take field notes on that. Note the size, the color, other descriptions about that thing. Anything else that you think you need, even stuff that you don't think you need, put that in there, okay? Draw a picture of it, all right? It is currently 2:53 right now, and I'll give you till 3:01, 3:02? Is it? 3:05? Okay, yeah, 3:05. How about that? I'll give you till 3:05, so you guys, that gives you guys 12 minutes, okay? All right. Go ahead and go. Oh, here's your parameters. You guys are allowed to go all the way
Can I go
halfway to, well,
that one?
to that post, to that first lamp post right there, all the way down to where the fence actually takes that hard right-hand turn. Okay, including this area with this pond over here. Hint for hydrosphere. Including the area with that little pond over there. Okay, you're allowed to stay within this area. All right, and remember, concrete is made of rock. Just putting that out there. Putting that out there.
Okay.
Is a special
Okay.
hand. Although you will see some rock sometimes around here. All right, go ahead.